This is the state of the garden, June 29th, 2022. And I reviewed the video from 2 weeks ago. Apparently that cactus is growing. Doesn't look like it, but it's definitely taller than in the last take. The basil and rosemary. And my thyme's kind of giving out. My oregano, both Greek and Italian, they're hanging in there, at least for now. And then the container garden, which is having some mixed results. Although this baby eggplant is producing. I've got a little guy right there. My lavender from last year, that's revived. And then both flat and curly parsley. I gotta rip up this lettuce because it's done. I don't usually have luck with cilantro, but at least this guy's still alive. And then the dill is, well, starting to bolt on me. I haven't even used it for anything yet. Let's see. And then we've got, again, some kind of hot pepper. I don't know which one it is. And then another eggplant, which finally seems to be growing a little bit. Opposed to its brothers here and here. We still have to do some transplants, especially into that dead tomato pot. But we've got the reapers, and then the fatales, and then all of these pots here are some kind of the hot peppers. Still trying to figure out which one. And then some of the tomatoes are actually taking. And then we've got the tomatillos. I've got to split those guys up. And, oh, this guy needs a steak. Actually, this one I didn't even think would make it. This one was really, really, really leggy. Like even more so than it is now. Now this one had an eggplant on it. It was right here on this stem. But whatever kind of creature Stampy is, came and made off with that, obviously. And then my berry and onion patch, which I still haven't really gotten around to effectively weeding. Some of the onions are turning viable. There's that. The okra is alive. Whatever it's doing it slowly. And then these guys are blackberries, but not black yet. And then this one seems to finally starting to turn into berries. They've just been little blossoms for the longest time. And now that we're getting the warmer weather, the peppers are starting to come up. Those 3 surviving pea plants, well, they're essentially done. I should probably rip those up. The beans did come in, and they have since been harvested. In fact, I really need to tear up these guys and drop some new seeds in, because these are bush variety. Apparently you only get one good crop out of them. And then we've got peppers. Still don't know what kind yet. This one's producing, so that's going to be some kind of hot pepper. And no other fruits in this bed yet. Finally got around to doing some staking yesterday, so these are just trying to get their shape back. But different varieties of tomatoes. What's what, I don't know, and won't know until the color actually starts to come in. But these ones, they look like they might be cherry ones. And then some kind of heirloom, so probably black crim. And then not really sure about anything else. And these peppers, oh, I was going to say no fruits yet. We do have fruits. Alright, one that looks like an actual pepper. yet. More tomatoes that were just staked yesterday. No fruits. Oh no, there's a couple little fruits. I think those are more cherries. Over here, not yet, just flowers. It's nice to know that some of my pepper plants are finally starting to resemble pepper plants. This one. Oh yeah, and then we've got some rogue tomato plants that just grew from last year. I just don't have the heart to get rid of them. And this guy actually had a bunch of fruits on him, and it looks like some animal thought it would be a good idea to take a bite out of these. Apparently they didn't think better of it after the first go. Nothing else of super interest yet. You can see the corn's doing really well. Hey. First one of these. So corn is actually interesting. I didn't realize that, of course it grows long and tall, so as it's growing it tends to lean over, but then it self-corrects. Wish I could say the same for these tomatoes. Some kind of hybrid, and then an heirloom, and then these guys, you can tell what they are. These are definitely Romas. And I got a few more stakes to go here. But yeah, more Romas here. I had to trim these two back a good bit because they were starting to get diseased, and then because all the bushes were leaning over this way towards me, this guy wasn't standing much of a chance, so I hope he'll make it. Another tomato that just kind of grew out of the side of my bed here, and yet it's flowering, so I don't know, I'll keep it and let it turn into whatever it's going to turn into. And I thought I saw something in there, but just a leaf. Okay, but that will turn into something soon. And then I'm pretty sure this little one that's behind everyone else, that's got to be a super hot. They seem to grow slower than the rest of them. And then a tomatillo seed that just sprung up from last year. So these guys are soon to fruit. And you can see the trimming work that I did. Everything here, in terms of the different varieties, at least as of yesterday when I was doing the trimming, it was starting to produce, if not fruits, at least male and female flowers. So there's a chance that we'll get some actual squashes coming up soon. So these are baby spaghetti squashes in the works. And I didn't want these guys taking over the yard the way that they do. I want to see if I can try to get them onto a trellis still. Then we've got the cucumbers. And I know I saw some female flowers, at least yesterday I did, and I know I didn't take them all off, but I don't want to disrupt them because they are really delicate, but I do think they were further back. Green squash. Hey, that guy looks about done, and so is the ones behind it. Come back out and pick those in a little bit. Yellow squashes are doing well. I did make sure to get hybrids of these. thinking maybe the hybrids would stand less of a chance of cross-pollination. I am happy to say that everything that's come up so far actually looks like what it's supposed to. Tiny, tiny, tiny little watermelon here. I hope that thing will come along. Really, really want to get at least one, but I see 3 little remnants of what were female flowers, so we shall see. And then the bed that I've been neglecting, which amazingly, in a sense, seems to be doing the best of all, in that the tomato plants are actually standing up by themselves for now. And these are the biggest tomatillos that I have anywhere. And this one's already flowering. Great. Hey, I'll take it. That guy's an eggplant. I don't know what the heck is with my eggplants that they're growing as slowly as they are. I guess maybe that's just an eggplant thing. And then, not quite the look of last year, but I was surprised that I got any hydrangeas at all, because somebody was too lazy to deadhead them. Me. But yeah, this is where we are. So hopefully by the next time I do this, we will have a little bit of harvest.